Next speaker is Vic. He has already talked about his adventure and also misadventures. And today he is going to focus on the unusual adventures and some encounters, things that are not always that what they seem to be. And Vic is going to unpack some magic or mystery behind storytelling for us. Storytelling things are not what they seem to be. Vic, storytelling things are not what they seem to be. Vic.
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I've talked about a disease that not many people know about. It's called adult adventure deficit disorder. And what happens is, as we tend to become older, we tend to cocoon more. It's a dangerous disease. And people laugh at me when I talk about it. And I've only read in one place where I picked it up, and that was in Tim Ferriss's book, in the 4-Hour Workweek. It's the only place I've ever seen it. But it's so clear to me that that's what's happening in our society. Like, for example, right now, the Vancouver Health Authority, they're saying, we're over budget. People are getting disease, staying in the hospital longer than they need to. So we need to develop patient activation. Too late. You got to start the activation when you're younger by taking adventures to Mexico. Things are not always as they seem. I'd like to tell you 3 stories of my pre-adventures or my adventures where they didn't seem, what appeared didn't seem to be what I thought it was going to be. I was out training in Hawaii. I was preparing for the El Camino hike. It's an 800-kilometer walk across Spain, but I'm training. And I'm out with my walking sticks, and I'm in Hawaii. Beautiful place to go and do your training. And I'm just going down the road, just walking away. And all of a sudden, there's a motorcycle policeman comes up behind me. And he parks right in front of me. Whoa! It's an early morning on a Sunday morning, and there's hardly anyone around. I'm going, what have I done? And just as he pulls in front of me, he throws his hands up. I threw my hands up. I wasn't sure what to do. I said, what's going on? He said, we're preparing for the tour of Barack Obama next week. And we have to make sure the route is secure. And if we see somebody walking along with walking sticks, we have to verify that they're okay. And he said, that's my okay sign. Oh, okay. Things are not always as they seem to be. Now, I'm big on doing the training, so I said to my sister, I'm going to hike from the Swanson Ferry to White Rock to see her son, and I'll stay overnight there. She said, I tell you what, Vic, I'll catch the next ferry. And if you're still out there somewhere on the road, we'll pick you up. Okay, I'm out hiking along, me and my walking sticks, and I go across, if you know the route, and there's a sign that says, no walking on the highway. What am I going to do? Okay, I deviated down and walked along the dike. Finally, I ran out of dike, and I went, could I get back up on the highway? Because I like to, I don't even like to jaywalk. So I found a route up. There was no sign. I went, okay. So there I am hiking along, and all of a sudden, a police car is coming down the other way, and it whips across the highway and parks right in front of me. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm training. He said, you're training? How old are you? Well, I told him my age. He's taking notes. He's just not sure. Maybe I've escaped from the old folks' home somewhere. And I'm about 100 meters from the turnoff to White Rock. I'm thinking I've just about made it. And just then, right in behind me comes my nephew and my sister. They go, oh yeah, it's Victor. There he is. There he is out there trying to procure his fitness level. So I love my nephew. He gets out. He said, it's all right, officer. We'll take care of him. So I said to the officer, I said, well, how did you decide to stop me? I mean, that was, he said, we had a 911 call. Blind man walking on the highway. Things are not as they appear to be. My next one was training. I'd already done my training, so I was on my bike ride from Victoria to Manitoba. And I have a system of riding for 47 minutes and then stopping and taking a break. There I am just outside of Calgary. I stop, I take my break, put my feet up, do my meditation, and then I start up again. All of a sudden, there's a siren behind me. And he pulls in front of me. And I go, whoa. Well, actually, I didn't stop at first, so he had his PA system on. I said, you and the bike, pull over. I went, okay. And then the policeman comes in too. And then right in behind him is the paramedics. And the policeman's taking notes. He said, you're doing what? I said, I'm riding my bike from Victoria to Manitoba. I've got a speech there. It's Bike to Work Week. He goes, what? And he was sure that he'd have to call somebody to verify that I was okay. And I said, well, I take a 47-minute break, and then I get on. He said, you take a 47-minute, you ride for 47 minutes and then take a break. That's absolutely what I do, sir. So finally they agreed that they'd let me go. And I said, well, how is it that you decided to stop me? They said, we had a 911 call. Cyclist in the ditch. Things are not always as they seem. When you're out there to procure your level of fitness and adventure, things are not always as they seem to be.